Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles getting set to host Jake Fromm and the New York Giants. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. Hope everybody's had a great holiday season. Kenny Albert along with Super Bowl champion Jonathan Vilma, Sarah Walsh down on the field. Eagles started the season 2-5, but they've won 5 of their last 7 games on the run game. A big reason why.
Run game, correct. Now, we talk about Jalen Hurts and the offensive line. Miles Sanders is the catalyst. He's the reason. As he's been healthy, that run game has been going. Has a little LaShawn McCoy to him. I love his vision, his ability to bounce, and because of him, they've run their way to winning 5 out of the last 7.
One of those 2 defeats came at the hands of the Giants last month, 13-7 at MetLife Stadium. How can the Giants do it again today?
Well, Kenny, the Giants have a number 26 of their own, Saquon Barkley. He's been an absolute phenom when he's healthy, and you can get him the ball in space, not just in the running game. Look for Freddie Kitchens to really open up that offense and get Saquon involved more.
Saquon Barkley, Miles Sanders, teammates at Penn State. 2 longtime rivals, Eagles and Giants, coming up next. Their stadium separated by only 85 miles of turnpike. It's always sunny in Philadelphia on December 26th, 53-degree afternoon. Opening kickoff a moment away. First, we head down to the field, check in with Sarah Walsh. Sarah.
Kenny, the Eagles have their head coach here after Nick Sirianni spent the week isolated in a hotel battling COVID. He called the challenge a great opportunity to practice being consistent and was in all the meetings via Zoom. Now, the Eagles understand just how critical today's game is going to be to their playoff plans. They are fighting for that final wild card spot, which Jalen Hurts describes as a good situation for them because he told us we are focused on the now, controlling what we can moving forward and attacking everything in front of us. And Kenny, he said it starts this week.
Thanks, Sarah. Good to see Nick Sirianni out of quarantine. Across the way, the Philadelphia native Joe Judge in his 2nd season as Giants head coach. Giants have lost 3 straight, just 1-6 on the road this season. Giants won the toss. They defer. Graham Gano will get things started. We are underway in Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell from the goal line. Gainwell out across the 20. Ball comes loose. And it's recovered by the Eagles. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside falling on it.
Would have been a horrible way to start for the Eagles. Can't tell who put his hat right on that football, but that was a great tackle. Almost an awesome start for the Giants. All right, the way Philly has the ball, and let's get ready to see that run game, Kenny.
All right, here we go. They've rushed for at least 175 yards in 7 straight games. Eagles start from their 23 with Miles Sanders in the backfield. Hurts throwing on 1st down, and it is dropped by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. Only quarterback leading his team in rushing yards and rushing TDs so far this season.
Yeah, Pro Bowl alternate, first time as a full-time starter all year. And you got to thank the offensive line. They've really helped him out. Miles Sanders as well in that run game. Jason Kelce, the center, he's a Pro Bowler in his own regard. I mean, they've got a really good thing going with that offensive line, with running backs, and also Jalen Hurts.
On 2nd and 10, catch is made at the 29-yard line for a gain of 6 by Devontae Smith.
And here's a running game with Miles Sanders. I talked about him in the open. I talked about a little bit of that LaShawn McCoy in him. That's because he has such good lateral quickness. You see all these runs are hitting the perimeter, and the offensive line, they just have to hold on for that split second, and he gets out there. And because of him, Jalen Hurts also feeds off that offensive line, gets excited, and I can expect a lot of that today from Miles Sanders and that O-line.
Hurts on 3rd down, can't find anyone. Rolling to his right, under pressure, and the pass is picked off. Giants intercepted Hurts 3 times in their first meeting. Stephen Parker comes up with the early pick.
Yeah, the Boo Birds are out. You see the Giants going to celebrate. I don't know who they're trying to celebrate with. Philly fans want no part of that. But Jalen Hurts, 3 straight passes. Nick Sirianni trying to open up this Giants defense. That's a really good coverage. You talk about plaster. Stephen Parker plastering Dallas Goedert the whole time. That was man coverage, and Jalen Hurts forcing the issue. Admittedly said he forced the issue last time they played the Giants. 3 interceptions there. Looks like Stephen Parker holds on to it. Jalen Hurts just throw that one away, punt the football. Instead, Giants, it seems like it was bound to happen, right? They forced a fumble on the opening kickoff, now get the interception, give Jake Fromm great field position.
You saw Jalen Smith in his second game as a Giant applying the pressure on Jalen Hurts. And then Parker with his 3rd career pick. All turnovers, of course, are reviewed.
Ruling on the previous play is under further review.
Land Clark, our referee. So they will take a look in New York. Welcome back. Eagles punt team has come out onto the field. Still no official announcement from Land Clark. We welcome in Mike Pereira. Mike, what did you see?
Tough one early, Kenny. I'll tell you, he's going to the ground. It's hard to say who really first has control of the ball, offense, defense. You clearly see the ball hit the ground, but does he have complete control before that ball hits the ground? I mean, my feeling is it's more incomplete than complete.
After reviewing the play, the ruling is the pass is incomplete. 4th down. Clock operator, please reset to 14:01.
Thanks, Mike. The announcement from Land Clark. So the call on the field overturned to an incomplete pass, and the Eagles will punt it away.
Yeah, second big break for the Eagles. Had a fumble on the initial kickoff, able to recover that. This one is overturned. It's important to note, Kenny, that the ball can hit the ground. It's about control and possession. It didn't look like he had control and possession before it hit the ground.
Farrell Cooper let it bounce in front of him. So the Giants will start from their 32-yard line. There is a flag as Jake Fromm awaits his first NFL start. Officials get together. Fromm came on in relief of Mike Glennon last week. 3rd different starting quarterback for the Giants this season. First time they've used 3 since 1992.
Yeah, there's one thing that head coach Joe Judge is not going to tolerate. It's turnovers, and Mike Glennon had 3 of them. You can argue that cost him the game, but I know Joe Judge's pedigree, especially being with Bill Belichick.
Illegal touching. Kicking team number 21. A 5-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play. 1st down, New York.
Going back to Belichick and Joe Judge's pedigree, he's not going to tolerate the turnovers. He has to play every down, and I love what he told Jake Fromm. End every series with a kick, whether it's a punt, a field goal, extra point. I love that. It's just that simple at the offensive position, at the quarterback position.
Judge told us he wants Fromm to distribute the ball, not force things. Don't try to win the game by yourself.
And if you know anything about Jake Fromm, he was really good at distributing at Georgia. Never tried to force the issue. So I expect to see him get the ball out real quickly and run the ball with Saquon Barkley.
Barkley in the backfield. Giants start from their 37-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
On 1st down, Fromm hands it off. This is Barkley. And he gains a yard out to the 38. Giants without their right tackle, Nate Solder. He landed on the COVID list yesterday.
Yeah, Matt Peart is going to be his replacement. They were already rotating in and out, but Evan Ingram, as much as that running game we talk about with Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram's going to be the key. He has to be able to open up that middle of the field for Jake Fromm and really soften up that Eagles defense, or else they'll tee off on Saquon all day.
Kadarius Toney returns today. Second down and 9. Fromm swings it out. Barkley is met back at the 34-yard line. The 4-time Pro Bowler Darius Slay. As we check out the Eagles defense.
And speaking of Mr. Pro Bowler Darius Slay, tremendous in one-on-one coverage, tremendous in zone. What I really love, and defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon said, he is so unselfish. He comes up, makes tackles, as we just saw. He'll take on blocks. That's why he's a Pro Bowler, and that's why this defense has gotten so much better.
Third down and 13 for Jake Fromm and the Giants. Fromm was hit as he got rid of the football. So the Giants go 3 and out and will punt it away. Josh Sweat with the pressure.
Yeah, Josh Sweat working on the edge on the backup, Matt Peart. That would be where Nate Solder is. He gets that pressure on Jake Fromm, and Jake Fromm's going to have to understand it's a little bit quicker than college. Once I plant on my back foot, I've got to get that ball out. Again, not bad because you're ending with a kick, but he's going to have to speed up his reads mentally to get the ball out faster.
So Riley Dixon waiting back at his 20-yard line. Jalen Reagor is deep for Philadelphia. Reagor from the 18, and
nice tackle.
He's taken down. What a play made by Cam Brown on special teams. Eagles defense forcing a 3 and out. No score in Philadelphia. Eagles went 3 and out on their first possession. A look at their offensive line.
Yeah, it's led by center Jason Kelce, Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. Nick Sirianni, head coach, compares him to Phillip Rivers, how smart he is, the way he sees the game. And I love the thing that Hurts said. The biggest compliment was Hurts said, one day I hope to see the game the same way he does. And he's got a little of that, jerk to him. Every good offensive line always has that 1 or 2 guys that are pretty nasty when they get into it.
Sirianni coached Rivers last season in Indy. Eagles start from the 15-yard line, and this is Sanders. After we saw 3 pass plays on the opening drive, Miles Sanders gains 11.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen, and the Giants defense, they better get ready. And, we talk about the defensive front, but Xavier McKinney, he's been a real bright spot. 5 interceptions on the season, and defensive corner Patrick Graham said, look, I had him pegged wrong. He really has a thirst for knowledge, gets after the football, can cover ground, and I'm going to use him that way more instead of just being in the box.
Giants without corner Adoree Jackson today. From the 26-yard line on first down, pass was tipped, intended for Devontae Smith. Logan Ryan getting a piece of it.
Logan Ryan was coming off the edge, lined up as the nickel. Even though he's a safety, lined up as a nickel so they can get him on the blitz. Nice job getting his hands up. They might have had something out there with Devontae Smith. And there's Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator. He's done a good job. He's starting to simplify this defense. He's a Yale guy, super smart, but knows that this defense needs to play fast against Philly.
They held the Eagles to 7 points in their first meeting. Second and 10, off the fake to Sanders. Hurts looking to take off. He's stripped of the football, and it's recovered by Goddard.
My goodness. This is just nice coverage in the secondary by the Giants, and this is where Jalen Hurts has to get better. You have to protect the football at all times. There are times when he would have 2 hands on the football last week, or Tuesday night, when they're playing Washington. You're so lackadaisical with the football. It's just a matter of time before they come after it. Remember, 4 turnovers was the reason that the Giants won the first time they played. seems like it's going to be a repeat this week if they don't protect the football.
Ball was knocked out by Lorenzo Carter. Goddard on the recovery. And now Hurts on 3rd and 15. That's the second drop. We've seen a couple of fumbles, one on special teams, and a near interception.
Yeah, by their two best players. Dallas Goedert dropped one. Now Miles Sanders drops one. Mentally, are they there? Right? That's the first thing I'm going to think about, because you have everything to play for. You're going for the playoffs, etc. You run the football well. All of a sudden, your best players are dropping the ball. Your quarterback is about to cause another fumble. They have to wake up mentally.
This play blown dead.
The game
Whistle
was
prior to the
allow
punt.
the officials to set position. Still 4th down.
We talk about the Eagles' mistakes, and as you mentioned, they just played on Tuesday night, the game that was pushed back from Sunday. Short week.
That shouldn't be an excuse, Kenny. There was 5 days.
Right.
Every team in the NFL has played on a Sunday and then played on a Thursday. 4 days, right? So you just look at it and say Tuesday to Sunday is 5 days. Let's prepare like it's a Sunday to Thursday game and get rolling, right? Don't let that creep into your head if you're a player, because you lose this game, no one cares, right? They don't care you play Tuesday.
Pharoh Cooper from the 38. Stays on his feet. Forced back. Taken down at the 41-yard line. Frustration early here in Philadelphia. It's time to celebrate. Fox Super 6 has given away over $6 million in cash prizes. You have a chance to win more. Scan the QR code now to enter Fox Super 6's NFL Sunday Challenge contest for a free chance to win $100,000 of Terry's money. It's not too late to enter, so play now.
Well, ho, 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 is that Santa Claus? They booed him last time, threw snow at him, right? He better be careful with these Philly fans, especially if it gets ugly.
Yes, that has taken place in this city in the past. There's Barkley up the middle. Out to the 46-yard line for a gain of 5. Big Stan is the only person who's given away more than Terry over the past couple of weeks.
Ooh, that's true. What have you given away? Or have you taken only?
We're giving away Terry's money up here.
I tried to get some of it. Got none.
Not yet.
It's so annoyed. So annoyed.
2nd and 5 for Jake Fromm and the Giants. Barkley, top of your screen. Split out wide to the left. As Fromm throws, he was looking for Kadarius Toney, who returns to the Giants lineup today. Jake Fromm, 3-year starter at Georgia, record of 35-7. We'll look at his collegiate numbers. 78 touchdowns, only 18 picks. Drafted by the Bills in the 5th round last year. Spent a season and a half in Buffalo. Signed off the Bills practice squad. First NFL start, 3rd down and 5.
Evan Ingram is down at the bottom.
Movement prior to the snap. And this play blown dead.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Fletcher Cox.
Yes, Fletcher Cox trying to go off of Billy Price over moving that head. Centers are allowed to do it. He tried to time it. Easy call for the officials. There's defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. I love that he listens to his players. Fletcher Cox, him, had a nice discussion.
3rd down and 1, and Barkley picks up a Giants first down to the Eagles 45.
Yeah, early on in the season, the defense was struggling, and Fletcher Cox and Jonathan Gannon had a nice discussion about what they need to do, right? And because of that, you see the numbers now, weeks 1 through 7, not so good. Now, they're really playing like the Philly Eagles defense that everyone has come to know over the past 4 or 5 years, and it's because he listens. I love that he takes the vet, understands vets play ball, they know the game too, so let's work on this together.
Giants on the Eagles side of the field. Pass incomplete. Intended for Darius Slayton. Time for a game break to Los Angeles. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Rams, Vikings. LA looking to extend their 3-game winning streak. Matthew Stafford hands it off to Sony Michel, who does the rest. Rams up early, 7-0. Kenny?
Thanks very much, Carissa. Each team with only one first down to this point. Booker in the backfield for the Giants. 2nd and 10. This is Devontae Booker to the Eagles' 42. 3 teams, Jonathan, in a win and in situation. The Buccaneers, the Rams, and the Chiefs.
Yeah, if you notice the pictures that we put up there, awesome quarterback, awesome quarterback, awesome quarterback. You need that good quarterback play. They started to really turn it on now. I am a little concerned for Tom Brady. He has a lot of injuries with his offense. We'll see how that plays out. But to be in the position to win and in, it gets no better than that in football.
Buccaneers shut out last week. 3rd down and 7. Giants must get to the 35 for a first down. From hit as he throws. Again, it was Josh Sweat applying the pressure.
My goodness. That literally looked like a jailbreak by that defensive line. I could circle literally everyone on this as they all go. Josh Sweat's coming around. Derek Barnett's coming around. Alex Singleton. Jesus, they meet at the quarterback. And Jake Fromm, lucky to get that ball out fast enough. Whew.
Fromm has started the game just 1 of 5. Rager is back deep for the Eagles.
And if you're a Giants fan, that's really to be expected. Jake Fromm, say 1 of 5. What's he doing? Look, it is his first start going against one of the best, if not the best, front fours that get after the quarterback. And then you have Pro Bowler and Darius Slay locking down your best wide receiver. I mean, this is a tall task for Jake Fromm. Oh, Kenny, Josh Sweat might have gotten that ball out before his arm was going forward, but too late now. They get the punt off.
Rager lets it go, and it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. There is a flag. Christmas weekend in Philadelphia. Rough start for the Eagles. A couple of fumbles, 2 drops, a 3 and out, and a near interception.
Yeah, it also started by Nick Sirianni trying to open up this Giants defense. 3 straight passes on the first series, then went to run the football in the second series. I think you go back to what you do, man. What got you here? Why are you 5-2 in the last 7? It's because you run the ball, and you run it some more.
Eagles start from the 20-yard line. It's Sanders, and he has nowhere to go. Met by a trio of Giants.
There's Azeez Ojulari. He's their sensational rookie, and see how they've committed to the run, right? There's no secret here. Hand the football off. Yeah, you'll get a couple times. You get negative plays, but for the most part, you see how good it's going to be, man. 214 rush yards a game. That's going to win almost every time. What's not going to win is if you keep turning the football over, and the Giants get one of those actually in this first quarter.
2nd down and 10. Sanders out to the 22, so a 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Eagles as Jordan Howard checks in.
This 3rd down, the over routes were really open the first time that they played. Jalen Hurts missed a couple of them. I would look to see Dallas Goedert really getting involved. Jalen Hurts loves him and Devontae Smith on these 3rd downs. But Dallas Goedert running one of these over routes, or he's going to check release, then get to the sticks for a first down.
3rd down and 8. Eagles must get to the 30. Hurts just 1 for 5. Hurts able to get rid of the football as it was wrapped up. Catch was made out at the 25-yard line by Rager. And now the Eagles will punt it away.
And this is good coverage. And you're going to see Leonard Williams. He's right in the middle. He's going to just wrap around afterwards. But you see it's actually good protection. Giants secondary doing a good job in coverage. Dallas Goedert was doubled. He was trying to run over a 7 route over to the sideline. Nothing there for Jalen Hurts. And then great job, Leonard Williams, peeling back to prevent the big play.
Pharoh Cooper from the 36. "14-yard return. Another tough series for this Eagles offense. Leonard Williams applied the pressure. Jalen Hurts limped off the field after that last hit.
Yeah, fortunately, didn't see any trainers around Jalen Hurts. I would be surprised if he didn't come back. Looks like he's okay, but Giants have really, really good field position here. They're lining up in their big package, but I would love to see them take a shot down the field, either on this play or the next play. Here we go. Try to work on this momentum.
They start from the Eagles 49. The handoff to Barkley. He's across midfield to the Philadelphia 46. A gain of 5 for Saquon Barkley. TJ Edwards made the tackle.
And that's going to, give Jake Fromm some more options. Saquon Barkley, you just give me more and more of them. Give me more and more of them. And a lot of that, you see 2020-21, a lot of that's just injuries, right? He has the ability. We know that. He was a number 2 pick for a reason. He has to stay healthy.
2nd down and 5. It's Barkley again. Wrapped up at the 44-yard line. Alex Singleton, the Eagles' leading tackler this season. So the Giants now facing a 3rd down and 3.
Looks like Andrew Thomas is down. Excuse me, it's Matt Peart that's down. He was grabbing his left knee. Nate Solder is already out, so that's going to be a big blow.
Matt Peart started at right tackle today for Solder, who is in COVID protocol. Giants without Sterling Shepard. Daniel Jones out for the season as well. And now this from Verizon.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better.
Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
Here, the phone everyone wants on America's most reliable network. Better? Better. That's not all. The new iPhone and up to 7 entertainment subscriptions for your family, like Apple Music, Apple Arcade, and more. Better? Better. Not done. The new iPhone, the entertainment, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Better. This year, holiday better with Verizon, because everyone deserves better.
Back in Philadelphia, 4.5 remaining in the first quarter as Matt Peart is helped off the field.
And here's where he went down. Matt Peart right in the middle of your screen. And those are the worst kind of injuries, Kenny, where no one really hit him. He just kind of stepped wrong and can't tell if his knee buckled or not, but he immediately started grabbing at his left knee, and it doesn't look good when you need help from the trainers.
There's Corey Cunningham. Who replaces the injured Peart.
There's Evan Ingram right there, open up the middle of the field for Jake Fromm. That's what he needs to do.
3rd down and 4 as they keep it on the ground, and Fletcher Cox comes up to wrap up Saquon Barkley.
I'm only a fan of that if you're going to go for it on 4th down, which is exactly what they're going to do, and actually going hurry up, try to catch this Eagles defense by surprise. Okay, I don't like that at all.
Giants make a line change.
They made a whole team change. It went from offense to special teams.
They send out the punting unit.
Yeah. Not a fan of that at all. If you're going to do that, you might as well try to pass the football.
Rager calls for the fair catch at the 17-yard line. Good start, Jonathan, for the Giants defense.
Yeah, Giants defense, they got the memo today, right? It doesn't matter that the Eagles want to go on their playoff run. Logan Ryan gets the tip, almost had an interception with Stephen Parker, and almost got that forced fumble. I mean, they have really been getting after it, and we didn't even show some of the really good coverage as well. Like, this is a defense that is playing hard, regardless of playoffs, no playoffs. You see the numbers, they're not bad. When you have an offense that's not complimentary, it makes it seem bad. But this defense can get after it, as you've seen today.
Hurts for the Eagles offense back out on the field from the 16-yard line. That pass a bit behind the intended receiver, Sanders.
They have really started to speed up the clock in Hurts' head. The mental ticker that you have as a quarterback, you know you got to get it out. I've seen Logan Ryan now go on about 2 or 3 of these nickel pressures, and I feel like Jalen Hurts is starting to feel that because he's starting to get the ball out a little too quickly, and it's a little inaccurate.
Hurts now 2 for 7. Second down and 10. And Sanders is out across the 30, picks up an Eagles first down, gain of 15.
Yeah, remember the vision I told you about with Miles Sanders, reminiscent of LeSean McCoy? Watch how he's able to go all the way inside, press, and then goes right where the hole is, bounces out there for the hole. Man, that is phenomenal. He could be a Pro Bowl running back.
There is a flag as Sanders gains a couple out to the 33.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 88. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Dallas Goedert.
He's not having one of his better games. Last 2 weeks, he was on a tear. So far, he's been slow today.
The early drop on the opening possession.
Yeah, I feel like they're just really out of sync. They, as in the Philly offense, is out of sync. Especially when you expect them to run the football, set the tone, and that's not what happened to start this game.
First down and 20. As Hurts swings it out, Sanders makes the catch out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Miles Sanders, most rushing yards and scrimmage yards by any player in the league this season, Jonathan, without reaching the end zone.
I was shocked. I could not believe it. I was like, this guy's too good to not have scored. Then I figured out the problem. He's got to slip Jalen Hurts a 20 right before the game and say, hey, look, when you get down there on those run-pass options, just give it to me, man. Leave it in my belly. I'll score a touchdown.
So that's the trick.
That's the trick.
Second down at 17. Hurts looking for Rager. Hurts took a hit as we head to Los Angeles for a game break. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Bucks trailing 3-0 in Carolina. Bucks offense decimated by injuries. Next man up, Keyshawn Vaughn takes this one 55 yards for the score. His first career rushing touchdown. Bucks up 7-3. Kenny.
All right, thanks, Carissa. Good start for Tampa Bay. Third down and 17 coming up for the Eagles. They've run it only 5 times.
Too much passing. Way too much passing. They're outthinking themselves offensively.
They must get to the 41 for a first down. Pressure on Hurts. Pass was deflected and it falls incomplete. So the Giants, for the third time, get their hands on a pass attempt from Hurts. This time, Lorenzo Carter.
Now, this was supposed to be a screen. You see Jordan Howard slipping across. They let him go. And Ellerson Smith just comes in, and then you see Carter. Smart job, well coached. You see those guys leaving your offensive line, they're leaving. You go right with them because they're leaving for a reason. Gets his big paw up there, forces his fourth down punt.
Pharoh Cooper back deep. Eagles 4 possessions, only 2 first downs. Their catch is called for by Cooper. Back at the 25. Eagles have won 5 of their last 7 games. Record of 7-7, along with the Vikings and the Saints in the race for a wild card spot in the NFC.
And you look at Minnesota, it looks like they have a tough challenge with the Rams and Green Bay. Philadelphia, Giants and Washington supposed to be winnable games, but these are division opponents, so you never know how they go. And then, of course, the Saints playing with like their 30th quarterback this season.
Did they call you this week to play QB?
They called me. I immediately declined. I like it up here with you, Kenny.
Sounds like they checked in with a former teammate of yours, Mr. Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees was in Hawaii. He said, no, these ukuleles are much more appealing than big defensive ends trying to hit me.
Giants start from the 25. Here's Barkley. Saquon Barkley picks up 7 on first down. As time winds down to this opening quarter, a combined 3 first downs in the game.
And it's usually like that when the defenses are up, ready to go, revved up. I'm not surprised for the Giants. You have a starting quarterback first time against this Phillies defense. I am surprised by Hurts and that offense, as they haven't been able to muster anything so far.
Second down and 4. Fromm's pass is ruled incomplete. Big hit laid on antenna receiver Pharoh Cooper.
With the clean hit. Let's emphasize that, with the clean bang. Listen to this one, Kenny. Yeah, man, we're up here in, the 300, 400 level. We heard that all the way up here. That was a big blow. That is a Philly defense right there for you.
So Cooper exits, 3rd down and 4. Giants must get to the 35 for a first down, and they do. As the pass from Fromm caught by Devontae Booker, and we check in with Sarah.
Kenny, we're keeping an eye on the Giants offensive line. They are now without Matt Parrott, at least for now. He went to the locker room. He is questionable to return with a left knee sprain, but he is not out here on the bench or on the field, Kenny, obviously.
All right, thanks, Sarah. And Parrott started the game for Nate Solder, who's on the COVID list. New set of downs for the Giants. 15 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. This is the 8th combined possession. There have already been 7 punts. Giants get the snap away in time. And Fromm's pass once again gets batted back. Hargrave getting a piece of it, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles scoreless after 1 in Philadelphia. This rivalry dates all the way back to 1933. Hall of Fame players. Tremendous moments throughout the years. Eagles, Giants. Giants won the opening matchup 13-7 back in late November. We begin the second quarter, no score here in Philadelphia. Jake Fromm, following the Buffalo Bills Thanksgiving game. Team had a couple of days off. He went hunting in upstate New York, and then the team had a walk through. Their general manager, Brandon Beane, broke the news, claimed by the Giants. It's been a whirlwind ever since, and this afternoon, his first NFL start. Second down and 10. Kadarius Toney looks to make a move. And he will be marked down at the 47-yard line. First time since 1992, Giants start 3 different quarterbacks in a season. Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler, Ken Cram. 2 of the 3 had won a Super Bowl as quarterback of the Giants prior to 92.
And there's Daniel Jones. Placed him on IR, has a neck injury.
Mike Glennon started the last 3 games.
Mike Glennon
Today, an opportunity for Jake Fromm. 3rd down and 2. Fromm throws, and it's complete. It's Toney again to the Eagles' 45 for a Giants 1st down.
And Kadarius Toney's just going to run up and inside. He's playing off the leverage with Avonte Maddox. As soon as he sees Avonte start to back up, he gets right inside him. Jake Fromm, the difference between him and Mike Glennon, that is the difference. He throws it on time, throws it quickly. That is why they brought him in here, because if you hold the ball too long, that defensive front is going to get to you.
He told us earlier this week he's been studying between 130 and 200 plays every day. On the delay, it's Booker. And Devontae Booker takes it inside the 40 to the Eagles' 39-yard line. Giants in the 2nd quarter this season have been outscored by 81 points, but they are on the move in a scoreless game.
Yeah, and I love they're picking up the tempo. Freddie Kitchens.
Freddie Kitchens, who took over for Jason Garrett. There is a flag. Kitchens, the former head coach in Cleveland.
Looks like it's going to be offsides. There's Freddie Kitchens. I really like how he...
Offside. Defense number 96. 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
That's on Derek Barnett.
Yeah, I really like how Freddie Kitchens, he forces the issue with the matchups that he wants. So you'll see a lot of shifts. You'll see a lot of motions. You'll see all of these things because he's like, look, I want Saquon on this player defensively. So I'm going to shift in motion to get Saquon on that player. Or I want Kadarius Toney on a certain guy. I'm going to shift in motion to get there. I really like that he's become very, very intentional with the offense to try and pick it up and get some more points.
From the 34 on 1st down, Fromm fires downfield, and it is nearly picked off. Darius Slay had it and dropped it.
How does he drop this? Oh, he times it up. He sees it. I can't even say the sun. Oh, now he's saying the sun. All right, fine. We'll say the sun. But, I mean, he lined it up like a center fielder, and he had it. Yeah, that's oh, there it is. Yeah, all right. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a Pro Bowler. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Fromm's pass incomplete. He was looking for Darius Slayton.
He had Darius Slayton, too. 3 guys jumped on Evan Ingram. He did that little pump, and Slayton would have been wide open, just went too high.
So we go from Darius Slay on the previous play to Darius Slayton.
Ah, nice one, Kenny. Yeah, quick on your toes. I like it.
And now a 3rd down and 10 for the Giants. Slayton matched up with Slay. Top of your screen. And the Giants keep it on the ground on 3rd down. Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat able to bring down Saquon Barkley.
I don't get it. I'm at a loss for words. They were in plus territory series before that. Ran the ball on 3rd down, then punted. Now you're running the ball on 3rd and 10. That's got to be frustrating. You're a Giants fan. That's frustrating to see. I don't get it.
Here's Graham Gano. This will be a 54-yard attempt. His season long is 55. From the right hash. Gano from 54. His kick is good. Giants take a 3-0 lead in Philadelphia. What a difference 5 days makes. Eagles gained over 500 yards in their game against Washington on Tuesday. 38 so far today and 25 penalty yards.
You have the drops, and you can't even say that the team is flat because the Eagles defense is balling out. It's really the offense. Drop balls. Really passed it too much to start the game.
There's Gainwell on the return. And he is stopped following a short kick shy of the 25. We get a lot of big names here, like today's fans in the stands, the Freak Brothers. If you haven't seen this new show on Tubi, starring Woody Harrelson, Pete Davidson, John Goodman, and Tiffany Haddish, you're missing the dopest comedy around. Stream the Freak Brothers free on Tubi.
Did Kenny just say dopest? I can't believe this.
That's what the card says. You put a card in front of me, I'll read it.
Kenny's so dope. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe this.
You can read the next one.
That's my Christmas gift. I never thought you'd say that. This is beautiful.
There's Jordan Howard. His first carry today, out to the 29.
Just like the Giants offense, they started going a little quicker tempo. From Philadelphia, I'd want to go quicker tempo as well. You just got 5 yards on that run. Line right back up, run it again. Just keep going, man. You got to spark this offense. I know Nick Sirianni, we're watching him. He's trying to figure out, how can I get this offense going? Start with the tempo.
Second down and 5. It's Howard again. You know, we all watched the great All Madden documentary yesterday. Even Pat Summerall read the cards that were put in front of him.
Pat Summerall never said dope. I'll put money on that one.
But he did say, coming up, 60 Minutes and Murder, she wrote.
Murder, she wrote.
Third down and 5. Only 2 first downs for the Eagles so far today. Hurts looking on third down. And now he fires, and it's caught by Smith. Devontae Smith in Giants territory. That's the biggest play of the day so far for Philadelphia. 22 yards.
Yeah, Devontae Smith is going to run across, and once that motion happened, you saw the secondary actually start to break down. They had a miscommunication. That's a nice job, Devontae Smith. Really nice job, Jalen Hurts, holding on to the football with 2 hands and getting the ball to the receiver.
Here's Sanders. He found a big hole and picks up an Eagles first down to the Giants 35.
Yeah, there we go. Waste no time. Get right back up there, line up the football, and go ahead and run, man.
13 yards for Miles Sanders.
There you go, and look, Jason Kelce with the key block. You just see him just demolish Cam Brown. Wow.
From the Giants 35, a pump fake from Hurts.
Nice
now
pass.
He throws, and it is Reagor. 3 consecutive plays, 3 consecutive first downs, gain of 13.
Nice pass. See Devontae Smith clearing it out, and that was just enough space for Jalen Hurts to put a dime, drop that dime right in front of James Bradbury for the completion.
So now the Eagles are starting to look more like what we've seen from their offense over the last 2 months.
Yes. You had a broken down play, Jalen Hurts makes something out of nothing, and then now you start to get into a rhythm.
Boston Scott in the backfield from the 22.
Got it.
Hurts fires, looking for Smith. Bradbury defending.
Yeah, you can only do that one too many times, right? This is a pump fake, and Bradbury is going to do a great job. As soon as Reagor goes inside, he passes it off because he knows Devontae Smith is wheeling around. He's the second guy through that zone. That could have easily been an interception. Nice pass breakup by James Bradbury. And, look, this is them in the red zone. This is the Giants' defense in the red zone. They do a good job.
2nd and 10. From the Giants 22. Another drop. Reagor unable to make the catch. As the boos rain down from the crowd here at the Link.
Yeah, this is just another miscue. And Jalen Reagor, I know Philly fans, if they go back to the first time the Giants played Philly, they're going to be pissed at him from then too.
Are you allowed to say that on TV?
Why did you bring it up? You should just let it go. Let it go, Kenny.
3rd down and 10. More yards this drive than on the previous 4. This play blown dead. Movement prior to the snap.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 20. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's number 20 for the Giants, Julian Love.
They tried to time it up. It's been Logan Ryan that's been doing a lot of that, blitzing off the edge, the pressure off the edge, and they tried to switch it up, give Jalen Hurts a different look. And
was Sirianni
I wonder what he was
hoping
mad
for
about.
A free play? Was he upset they blew it dead?
Yeah, I think he wanted to keep going.
Right. But they do blow the whistle to protect the quarterback.
Correct. The officials are told, shut it down. So I understand his frustration, but that's the rule.
3rd down and 5.
Hey, Phil Roden.
Play clock winding down. Hurts on 3rd down. Catch is made by Rager. There is a flag. Rager with 1st down yardage. But we'll check in with the referee, Lan Clark. Looks like it's against the Eagles.
Pass interference. Offense number 6. A 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's on Devontae Smith.
That you cannot start blocking before Rager has a football. There's Devontae Smith in the slot. See, he starts blocking before Rager has the football. You do that, that's an easy call.
Last year's Heisman Trophy winner.
Sirianni's still mad from when he had that long run he thought he was going to rip off on that offsides.
Third down at 15. And the Eagles keep it on the ground with Boston Scott. And now Philly will send out the field goal unit.
Listen, man, hats off to the Giants defense. We thought the Eagles were on a roll. They had a big play, had a couple runs. All of a sudden, they buckled down, holding them to 3 points. That's a really good job by the Giants defense. Secondary communicates very well in the red zone, and you see it happening there. That's why they were only throwing those little quick screens, because it's hard for Jalen Hurts to read all that so close to the end zone.
There's Jake Elliott from 41 from the right hash. And this kick is wide to the right. He had connected on 17 consecutive field goal attempts. Just missed. 3 big plays during the drive. Eagles. A look at some of the Eagles' miscues today. A couple of fumbles, the 3 drops, 2 3-and-outs, and now a missed field goal.
And shaking my head up top here, you go from dominating, complete domination Tuesday against Washington, and just flat, man, just offensively laying an egg right now.
Giants go back to work. Split back, Barkley and Booker from the 31-yard line. On the delay, it's Barkley and Fletcher Cox right there to bring him down. Second down and 11 coming up for the New York Giants, who lead the Eagles 3-0. Jake Fromm in his first NFL start.
49.
There's Barkley, tries to spin, out of trouble. And it's Derek Barnett who comes up to make the tackle.
Man, works a nice swim move right to the inside on Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas had no chance on that play. Saquon Barkley tries to spin out of it, but I love to get Saquon involved. Going to be tough if you have guys like Derek Barnett eating his lunch in the backfield every time. Now, here is where I would expect Joe Judge to run the football. You're backed up. You don't want to have anything worse happen. Just punt the football afterwards.
Let's see what he has in mind. 3rd down and 15. They do hand it off to Booker.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And as you said, end every drive with a kick.
Exactly. Makes total sense to do it there. The other 2 times, not quite sure. But I like this. You gain some yards. You're going to now punt the football. You can change the field position. You're going to force the Eagles offense, who's been dreadful this first part of the game, to try and work their way down the field again. So I would take that every day if I'm a Giants fan.
Jalen Reagor is deep. Dixon punting from his 25. Reagor takes it on a bounce. Out to the 40. Setting up excellent field position for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense. Giants head coach Joe Judge grew up in Philadelphia. We asked him about his favorite Eagles as a youngster. First name he mentioned, Vi Sikahema. Judge was 10 years old at the time when Vi returned the punt 87 yards for a touchdown against the Giants.
Yeah, remember, he said he used to try to sneak into the vet, watch some of the games.
He also mentioned Reggie White, Andre Waters, Seth Joyner, Eric Allen.
Yeah.
Said he would also buy a $7 ticket in the upper level for Phillies games at the vet.
Man, those are the days. Imagine a ticket for $7 now.
He gets paid to be here today. Did not have to sneak into the building.
No.
Hurts on 1st down. There's another drop. Jordan Howard unable to make the catch.
And that's Logan Ryan applying the pressure again from that field side. And Logan Ryan, they've been really effective. And it's not just the pressure. It's the pressure that he's bringing. Plus, they roll the coverage the opposite way. And that's why you see that the only thing that keeps opening up is Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders in the flat. You know, this is a good call. It's been very effective.
Logan Ryan, who grew up in South Jersey, watching this rivalry. 2nd down and 10. Hurts fires downfield, looking for Smith. He's got it. Devontae Smith makes the catch and is marked down at the Giants' 14-yard line, a 46-yard connection.
Look at his speed. I think Bradbury just forgot who he was covering. You have to respect Devontae Smith's speed. He tried to speed turn after that and catch up with him. He fell asleep at the wheel on that one. Devontae Smith rolled right by him.
Off the fake to Howard. Hurts is knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line by Xavier McKinney.
Who would have thought we'd be talking about Hurts's big plays getting them down into the red zone? Last series, he had 2 big plays to get him down here. Then throws a bomb to Devontae Smith. I mean, it's complete opposite of what we've seen the past 7 weeks. But, you know, whatever's going to work for him.
2nd down and 9. Howard in the backfield. Hurts on 2nd down. Moving to his right. Now throws, and there is a flag.
That's nice man coverage. Nate Herbig signaling it's on defense.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense number 99. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Leonard Williams.
We don't usually see that often, but Leonard Williams, he's been playing tough today. It's going to be on your left side of the screen, working against Landon Dickerson, and yeah, you can do that. There's the hand right there. Nice call by the officials.
Sets up a 1st and goal from the Giants' 8. Sanders.
Now, this is well-coached defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, understanding, and I watched a little bit of it too, when they run the ball down here in the red zone, not necessarily goal line, red zone, they love to attack the perimeter. And you notice that he's purposely stuffing up the middle so that it's clear for the linebackers and safeties that this ball is going to bounce outside, and they're running it down, making the tackle.
2nd and goal from the 7.
See, perimeter run again.
With Sanders again. Brought down by Ojulari at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, brings up this 3rd and goal, but again, those perimeter runs, and now it's where it's a little tough, not for the Giants defense, but for Jalen Hurts, because you expect that he's going to sit back and pocket pass, but it's so condensed when they do that. So there's only so many routes they can do. They'll have this what's called a smash combination. They'll have some receivers sit in front of a defender while the others go right behind them and try to high-low him. It's going to be up to Jalen Hurts to read the right coverage.
3rd and goal from just inside the 5. Hurts throws, the catch is made, but McKinney comes up to make the tackle, wrapping up Quez Watkins.
And as I mentioned about how hard it is for Jalen Hurts to read it down here, Dallas Goedert is wide open. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. Kenny, you couldn't believe it. Just missed the read. Have to settle for a field goal.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime with Kurt, Terry, and Michael. Tim Boyle in for Jared Goff. Tom Brady and the Bucs bounce back after they were shut out last week. And will the Rams clinch a spot in the postseason? All coming up during the Verizon halftime. Here's Elliott. Miss from 41 earlier in the quarter. From the left hash, this will be a 22-yard attempt. Jake Elliott ties the game at 3. And now this from Uber Eats and Bud Light Seltzer.
Tonight, I'll be eating a double bacon burger with tots. Thank you.
And no sharing?
Guys, I'm just going to take it one tot at a time, you know? Protect the burger, get back to fundamentals. I'm just going to eat 110%.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tot Eyes?
Have you tried these yet?
Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tot Eyes, the loudest flavors ever.
3-3 game here in Philadelphia. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Giants defense coming up big. Eagles had a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, but could not get it to the end zone.
Yeah, the strength of the Giants defense, red zone, they've been very good there. And I tell you, that's almost as important as takeaways. When you think about how do you keep a team in the game, especially when your offense doesn't score a lot of points, you say, all right, look, if we hold them to field goals, we're going to be in it. Fourth quarter.
Giants will start from their 25 in Jake Fromm's first NFL start. We take you back to the 2018 National Championship game. The starting quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Jake Fromm.
Yeah, I remember that game like it was yesterday. That was the emergence of Tua Tagovailoa, his coming out party. They pulled Jalen Hurts. Then the next year actually flip it, right? Jalen Hurts goes, redeems himself. You have redemption. But Jake Fromm, he was Mr. Steady Eddie in college. I loved watching him because he never tried to get too high on the highs. He was always even keel.
Alabama won that game in overtime, led by Tua. The comeback, 26-23. Fromm's pass is caught, but a loss of 3 yards. Ingram as we head for game break. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Bills up 10-7 in New England. First place in the AFC East on the line. Josh Allen finds Stephon Diggs for this 12-yard score. Bills in front, 17-7. Kenny.
Thanks, Carissa. Jake Fromm told us how much he learned from Jake Allen and the offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll.
Josh Allen, yep. and Brian Daboll. I love that he said there are some throws you have conviction for against certain coverages. And what that means is if he's going to see a cover 2 and, right, he's just getting his feet wet today, right? We get that. But as he grows into it, he sees a certain coverage. He knows he's got to be able to fit the ball in to whatever route that he has conviction for. Fly route, seam route, 7 route, whatever it is. I like that about him.
Second down and 12. Giants will also get the ball first in the third quarter. Fromm's pass was intended for Kadarius Toney, Giants' first-round pick out of Florida.
And if you want to know a little bit about Jake Fromm and his mental toughness, there's a guy in Chicago by the name of Justin Fields, who came to Georgia when Jake Fromm was there. Jake Fromm didn't transfer. He didn't whine. He didn't pout. All he did was go out and perform, beat him, and Justin Fields transferred because Jake Fromm and his demeanor, his mental toughness, went out there and performed.
On third down and 12, Giants keep it on the ground once again. And there is a flag.
Well, looks like it's on the defense.
Holding. Defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So on third and 12, appeared as if the Giants would punt the ball away, but a defensive penalty leads to a Giants first down.
Yeah, see, I'm a little biased. Playing linebacker, if my defensive tackle held, it was never a holding. It was just good defensive play. But Javon Hargrave got caught. When he asked, well, why is a defensive tackle holding a lineman? It's because you want that linebacker to scrape over the top without getting touched and make the tackle. That time, the officials saw it and called him for it.
So a new set of downs for the Giants. Down to a minute 40 on the clock. Here's Barkley spinning. And then pulled down from behind at the 38 by T.J. Edwards after a gain of 7. Giants in position for a 2-for-1. They get the ball first following halftime.
Yep, and Freddie Kitchens now starting to pick up the tempo. He's out of his backed-up territory.
Second down and 3. As Fromm could not find anyone downfield. And he gains a yard, marked out at the 39. And now the Eagles will call timeout. Stop the clock with a minute 9 remaining. What's coming up at halftime, Kurt Menefee?
Hey, TB, what's your sign? I'm going to read your horoscope. Virgo. In your future, you will see highlights of Bills, Patriots, and Ravens, Bengals. That's it. Oh, it also says that you'll also be standing next to a very handsome man at work.
You see that? Where does it say that?
Trust me, it's on the Verizon halftime.
It doesn't say that anywhere. What? It's not in there.
Right down there.
All right, thanks, Kurt. Thanks, Terry. We look forward to it. A minute 10 on the clock. Third down and 2 for the Giants in a 3-3 game. Fromm on third down will use his legs and picks up a first.
Nice play, nice design.
Check this out. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Giants have been outscored 65-0.
See that big 0 scoring any points. That makes it hard for your defense, but they have a chance here.
Fromm on first down will take off again. Marked down at the 50.
What I like about Fromm, every time he breaks the pocket, 2 hands on the football, and as soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage, tucks it away. He understands the game plan, really his game plan. Do not turn the football over.
There's Freddie Kitchens. It's the Giants' 5th game with Kitchens calling the plays. Joe Judge told us he likes how the entire offensive staff is working together. He's pleased with the aggressiveness, as you referenced earlier.
Yeah.
He said we've had an increased variety in the screen game, and Judge also said the offense has been looking for more options at the line of scrimmage under Freddie Kitchens. Of course, he's calling plays for a third different starting quarterback.
Yes.
In his last 5 games.
Daniel Jones, he's out with the neck injury.
49, 49.
And it's not a knock on Jason Garrett. It's just, this is what Joe Judge wants. Freddie Kitchens has fit that.
Bunch formation to the right side. 2nd down and 5. As Fromm's pass is intended for Kadarius Toney. It'll be 3rd down, 33 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter, tied at 3. Saw Fromm checking that wristband.
Trust me, it is a condensed game plan. There is only so much a young quarterback could fit into a week.
He told us we marked some plays in green, others in red.
He put a lot in red. He was like, take it out, take it out, take it out.
3rd down and 5. Fromm under pressure, rolling right. Now with 26 seconds remaining, it'll be 4th down and 5 for the Giants. And they will send out the punting unit. Philadelphia with 1 timeout remaining. Dixon punting from his 40-yard line. Fair catch is called for by Rager at the 18. Join Fox Sports in giving the gift of opportunity this holiday season by supporting nonprofit partner Foundation for Women Warriors and its efforts to serve the women veteran community and their families. Visit foundationforwomenwarriors.org to learn more. Down to 20 seconds. So each team with a field goal.
Just get out of this half. You have 1 timeout, 20 seconds, bunch of miscues. You just want to kind of start over, or you run a play here, see if you get some really, really positive yards, 10-plus yards, and see if you can make a go of it.
It'll be interesting to hear what Sarah has to say following her conversation with both head coaches at halftime. It's the 174th regular season meeting for the first time, Jonathan, you've witnessed history. Giants and Eagles, 3-3 at the half. First half stats brought to you by Old Navy. Eagles with 60 rush yards. They've gone for at least 175, 7 straight games. Philly just 1 for 7 on 3rd down. Tied at 3 at the half. The Verizon halftime coming up after these messages and a word from your local Fox station. Sarah Walsh has a new friend. Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive. With the Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants tied 3 apiece. We get set for quarter number 3. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Sarah Walsh from Lincoln Financial Field. Giants will get the ball first. Giants will start at their 25-yard line. Jonathan, I know you enjoyed watching both defensive units in the first half.
Oh, I loved it. I love the tackling. I love the aggressiveness. I love that they're actually communicating. Now, if you're the Giants, this is great, right? This is where you want to be. If you're Philadelphia, it's really about just catching the football, executing the red zone, catch the football, stop the miscues, and you'll find yourselves where you want to be at the end of this game.
Eagles with the 3 drops, the 3 and outs in the first half.
Missed field goal.
Missed field goal.
I mean, everything you're saying, the expectations, right? Philly's expectations here. Giants' expectations were lower because they're not really fighting for a playoff spot, even though they're not officially out. But you know what I mean, Kenny. This is something where Philly really has to get better at.
Giants start from the 25-yard line. Nothing there as we check in with Sarah.
Kenny, Joe Judge told me his defense is keeping the Giants in the game. It's a very short walk to the locker room, and he told me repeatedly the offense needs to get going. The same could be said for the Eagles. Nick Sirianni told me his message to the team was, hey, good teams find a way to win the game. We need to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. That could be a little easier said than done, though, because Miles Sanders is now questionable with the hand. Sirianni wasn't sure if he would be playing in this second half yet. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Sarah. That would certainly be a big blow for the Eagles. Second down and 10. From throws, and it's picked off. Intended for Golladay. And it's Rodney McLeod on the return.
And that's the way to start it off. Eagles defense setting the tone. If the offense isn't going to get it done, then we'll get it done. You see this pressure up front as they keep going. They run a tackle stunt. Jannard Avery gets right in there. Doesn't allow Jake Fromm to follow through. He could have been called for it. He literally wraps his face mask. That should have been a penalty. I can see why Jake Fromm wasn't able to follow through anymore, but either way, they missed the call. The officials miss it. Ball pops up in the air, and Rodney McLeod gets the interception. That's the way to start this Eagles offense off on the right note.
15th pick for McLeod in his career. Sarah mentioned Miles Sanders' return questionable, so Jordan Howard in the backfield. Off the fake to Howard. Hurts swings it out. This is Goddard inside the 10, still going. Touchdown. There is a flag.
Holding. Offense, number 16. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Quez Watkins.
Yeah, Kenny, I was just about to talk about the great blocking. Dallas Goedert finally catches the football. There's Quez Watkins. He goes up. He's working on Jaron Williams. Tyree Jackson gets a nice block, but this is where the holding call is. Oh. There's a mix of acting and a little bit of holding on that one. I don't know how much Jaron Williams really wanted to make that tackle, but we play on.
From the 19-yard line on first down. Hurts to the outside. It's Howard. Howard knocked out of bounds after picking up a first down to the Giants' 10. So the Eagles looking to capitalize on the turnover.
Yeah,
the interception by Rodney McLeod.
They're going quick, Kenny. Or at least going muddle huddle, not huddling up, trying to keep that defense in a basic front for Jalen Hurts.
First and goal, it's Howard up the middle. Howard to the Giants' 6-yard line.
This would be where Miles Sanders usually gets his touches. Jordan Howard is in there right now. I know Miles Sanders is questionable. But you can see that Nick Sirianni is bringing back Jack Stoll. Jordan Howard has been a very, very good backup. He runs hard. He always ran hard, to be quite honest. And it's a nice 1-2 combination they have with him in the backfield.
2 tight end set with Goddard and Stoll. Howard in the backfield, second and goal from the 5. Here's Howard. And he's down at the 4-yard line. Austin Johnson made the tackle.
And the second half points Kenny, fourth in the NFL scoring and eighth in the differential, and that's where you kind of set yourself apart, right? It's a 3-3 game. If you can win this battle in the second half, third quarter especially, and you see Patrick Graham trying to stop them from doing it, but if they can do that, you're looking at a 10-3 game, and for any other game around the league, that would be like a 20-0 lead, right? Just so it's how hard it is for these offenses to move the ball.
3rd and goal. This is Boston Scott, and he is in for an Eagles touchdown.
Watch him going in motion, and then you're going to see the blocking after that. He goes and kicks out. Nate Herbig leading up on Logan Ryan. No chance for Logan Ryan. Nice walk-in touchdown for Philadelphia, and what a way to start the second half. Starting to look like a potential playoff team.
Interception by McLeod. Short field. Scott into the end zone. Extra point is good. Eagles have their first lead of the day. Boston Scott loves playing against New York. 12 career touchdowns, 8 have come against the Giants.
Yeah, that's his favorite team, favorite defense to go against. Look at that. And look at that, Kenny. Yeah, they're having fun. We run the ball, run into the end zone. That's Jordan Mailata. Talking about, yeah, I hit him in the mouth. I pancaked him. It was all good, bro. It's all good.
First touchdown of the game on either side. Eagles now lead 10-3 as we check in with Sarah.
Well, Kenny, Matt Peart, we saw him go out in the first half of this game with a knee injury. He will not return, and neither will Miles Sanders, who has now been officially ruled out with a hand issue. You see Boston Scott stepping in his absence, Kenny, but Sanders is done for the day.
All right, thanks very much, Sarah. Miles Sanders coming off the career-high 131 yards against Washington on Tuesday night, so his day is done. Giants offense back out onto the field.
And we see Pro Bowler Jason Kelce talking it through with Jeff Stoutland.
Giants start from the 25.
Oh, my goodness.
As Fromm is taken down by the rookie out of Louisiana Tech, Milton Williams.
Jonathan Gannon called the perfect defense for this. He literally runs right into this pressure. Milton Williams is there. If Milton Williams doesn't get him, Jannard Avery's going to get him. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance. And unfortunately, you put him in a 2nd and long. It's obvious you're going to try to figure out a way, get the ball to Saquon Barkley. They're just going to dial up and key on that if you're the defense.
Second sack for Williams this season. Here's Barkley.
What a play.
A nice tackle made from behind by Avery.
Jannard Avery having himself a whale of a game. And here's Jake Fromm. It's been as expected. The pressure from the defensive front four in particular. Got lucky there, didn't have the interception. But those throws have been off. It's been inaccurate. Only positive I can say outside of that interception by Rodney McLeod is that he's held up his part of, hey guys, I'm just going to make sure we kick at the end of each series. Yeah, this is tough.
On 3rd down, catch made by Slayton. But he was met immediately by Steven Nelson. So the Giants will punt it away, but first a game break with Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Vikings trailing 13-3 following a Matthew Stafford interception. Kirk Cousins hands it off to Alexander Madison, who scores from 2 yards out. Vikings down by 3. Kenny?
All right, thanks, Carissa. Eagles with a 10-3 lead here. As Giants Dixon will punt it away from his 15-yard line. Rager is deep. Rager at the 40. Across midfield. Cuts to the outside. Rager down the sideline and is finally forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Jalen Rager, nice play calling. Jalen Rager splits it right up the gut, and this is why they drafted him in the first round. He has that explosion, that ability, not just as a wide receiver, but a punt returner as well, to get that ball out in the open, and boy, is he dangerous. They are lucky this was not a touchdown. Nice run by Rager, nice blocking by the special teams.
39 yards on the return, only a 27-yard punt. That's the longest punt return by the Eagles this season. Cullen Gillespie was the injured Giant.
Yeah, he was able to walk off. They're attending to him now, but he was fortunately able to walk off on his own.
So now for the second straight possession, the Eagles start at the Giants' 21-yard line. This is Smith. Bradbury makes the tackle. Gain of just 1.
This is what will hurt you if you're the Giants. You're saying, well, if the Eagles score a touchdown, how'd they get up 17-3? Well, look where they're starting. And Nick Sirianni said, hey, we just got to find a way to win. We see Joe Judge. You can do everything right or try to do everything right, but those big plays, someone has to make them. Eagles are finding a way to get it done. Giants are not.
Second down and 9.
False start. Offense on the 68. 5-yard penalty. Second out.
That's Jordan Mailata. The Eagles were pointing at Lorenzo Carter.
Jordan looked shocked. All right, so up top. Ooh, just that. It was a little bit. And then he tried to play it off. He tried to act and say, oh, no, I was just going inside to see what the call was. Oh, man, I love it.
Second and 14, low snap. Hurts moving to his left under pressure, and then he throws it away.
Smartly throws it away. A lot of pressure. Watch James Bradbury. You see the coverage, and as soon as Jalen Hurts breaks out of the pocket, you notice they all started goes racing back to the end zone. They know where those receivers are going. It was a bad snap to start with. Jalen Hurts tried to make something out of nothing, but smartly throws the football away. But you talk about well coached. You just saw that secondary. As soon as he broke the pocket, boom, all of them beeline for the end zone because that's where he wants to go.
Third down and 14 for Hurts and the Eagles. Catch is made by Kenneth Gainwell. Philadelphia will send out the field goal unit. Stephen Parker made the tackle. So the Giants keep the Eagles out of the end zone this time with a short field.
Yeah, Kenny, that is a win for the Giants defense. After that punt return, this crowd was into it. They were rolling high. You felt the momentum shifting to the Eagles offense. Giants come out defensively, hold them, and now look how quiet it is. You can hear a pin drop in here now.
This will be a 37-yard attempt. Elliott 1 for 2 today from the left hash. Eagles lead by 10. 39-yard return by Rager. Step things up for the Eagles, but the Giants hold it to 3. Joe Judge told Sarah Walsh at halftime we must get the offense going. Only 2 yards for the Giants in the third quarter. Nick Sirianni told Sarah we must find a way to win. They've scored 10 points.
Yeah, if you're Joe Judge, well, what do you have to do to get the offense going? Be more specific. If it were me, I'm going to take Saquon Barkley. I'm going to start putting him on option routes on the linebackers. That's how I'm going to get him going. Find some time for Jake Fromm, and then Nick Sirianni doing exactly what he needed. How they do it, explosive plays. That's what they started doing.
Well, Tuesday, the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl is on Fox. Catch Dorian Thompson-Robinson as he leads UCLA in a showdown against number 18, North Carolina State. Kicks off at 7:30 Eastern, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Will Santa be there? Is it too late?
Well, Mike Glennon, who started the last 3 games for the Giants, speaking of North Carolina State, comes in relief of Jake Fromm and penalty flags on his first play of the day.
Illegal snap. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And you watch, what makes this an illegal snap is you have to go all the way up. You can't like hit the dirt. You can't hit the dirt. You can't double clutch. Double clutch, you can't do it. Right? And I don't think Billy Price meant to do that, but that's what happened, and they're going to call it.
So Mike Glennon, a veteran, 30 career starts, including each of the last 3 games for the Giants. That's the first catch today, made by Kenny Golladay. Glennon's numbers this season, he scored the Giants' last touchdown in the fourth quarter 2 weeks ago against the Chargers. They did not reach the end zone of their game last week against Dallas. Only a field goal so far today.
Yeah, and there's from, obviously not the day that he was hoping for, but with Mike Glennon, the issue was really just holding on to the ball too long.
Second down and 9. Glennon moving to his right, and his pass incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Evan Engram.
You know, Mike Glennon, watching that Dallas game last week, there were times where there were opportunities for him to throw the football, and Joe Judge said it best. He was holding on, not throwing the good, waiting for the great. And if you do that, well, you got a defensive front on the other side that's going to make a great play against you. And that was his issue. A couple of those turnovers, trying to go for the great, should have just taken the good.
Third down and 9. Glennon's pass incomplete. Over the head of Kenny Golladay. Giants will punt it away.
You just see the body language of the offensive line, the offense in general for the Giants. A very, very lackadaisical, and you don't want to say defeated. These are competitors. They're going to keep fighting. But I don't see the spark or the spunk that the other offensive line has for the Eagles. I don't see that on that side of the football right now.
Dixon punting from his 15. Rolls out of bounds around the 42-yard line. Excellent field position for the Eagles here in Philadelphia. They lead by 10. Packers have clinched the NFC North. Cowboys have clinched the playoff berth. Rams and Buccaneers leading their games. And then you move over to the wild card column. Cardinals and Niners have already lost their games this weekend. And the Vikings trail the Rams 20-10.
This is setting up beautifully for the Eagles. They keep winning. They're 7-7. If they win this game, move to 8-7. The Vikings lose 7-8. I mean, that is all you want this late in the season, playing meaningful games, getting yourself ready for the playoffs.
The Eagles start from the 43-yard line. This is Boston Scott up the middle across midfield for a gain of 9. It's the race for the wild card in the NFC. Look at the upcoming schedules. Eagles at Washington and then home for Dallas.
And those all very winnable games. And you think about Dallas, if they know that they can't get that 1 seed by week 18, they may be resting their starters. And that gives another opportunity for Philadelphia to win that game, could possibly win out, go 10-7, find themselves in the playoffs with the best rushing offense in the NFL. That always travels well. always.
But without Miles Sanders for the rest of this game due to the hand issue. Second down and 1. Hurts fires downfield. And this pass is caught by Quez Watkins.
This is Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins going up, fakes like he's going out, and it goes right back to the middle of the field. And I honestly thought Julian Love timed it up perfectly.
40-yard reception by Watkins, and now Boston Scott to the Giants 8.
I honestly thought Julian Love timed this up perfectly for the interception, but look at the concentration. Quez Watkins, and Jalen Hurts said Quez Watkins is due for a breakout game. And I asked him why. He said this guy is always where he needs to be. He goes up, he gets the football, and you see the big play. This third quarter has been all Philadelphia all day long.
He was looking up into the sun and was able to come away with the football. Second and goal from the 8. Boston Scott already has a touchdown here in the third quarter. Takes it to the Giants 4. It was a 3-3 game at halftime. Giants got the ball first. The pressure on Fromm. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Eagles have scored 10 points. Looking to add to their lead here.
Yeah, Jalen Reagor had that nice punt return as well. And you look at Nick Sirianni. He's starting to get into a rhythm. You can kind of feel it where he's starting to get some of those designed big plays. Jalen Hurts capitalizing on that, get them in the red zone, and then it's run, easy pass.
Third and goal. Hurts rolling right. Throws to the end zone.
Did he stay in bounds?
No signal yet. Now there it is. Touchdown. So the Eagles extend their lead as Hurts connects with Devontae Smith.
Look at that.
Delayed signal by the officials. Both feet down.
That's gorgeous.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That is beautiful. Why'd they draft this guy first round? This is why. Look at the awareness. He catches the ball and then drags both feet for the touchdown. Just nice play all around. Devontae Smith really coming into his own.
All scoring plays are reviewed. It was ruled a touchdown on the field. Land Clark awaiting the official word.
All right. Take another look at it, Kenny, and left foot looks like it's inbounds, and you can see the rubber come up on the right.
After reviewing the play, the ruling is incomplete. Fourth down.
So the points have been taken off the board, and Smith can't believe it.
Whoa, what did they see?
Watch the ball, watch the feet.
Oh, there it is. You notice when he hit ground, the ball bobbled. So because it bobbled, he did not have... On the further review, what?
They will continue to check out the replays. We'll be back.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Initially ruled a touchdown, then it was taken away. After further review, it is an Eagles TD.
That's officially the first time I have seen the first replay get overturned, the same footage then get overturned from that overturn.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. We now welcome in Mike Pereira. So, Mike, what did you see during that sequence?
That's a double reverse. I mean, Jonathan, you're right. I haven't seen this either, but I think if the expedited review, they thought the ball was incomplete when he hit the ground and the ball came loose, and so they made that quick decision from New York. But then they went back and looked at it again because you couldn't really see the hands come off the ball totally, and you do have both feet coming down in bounds. And I think they did the right thing. Is that left hand, did it stay on the ball the whole time even though the ball moved? There really wasn't enough to overturn the call in the field.
All right, thanks, Mike. So the touchdown stands, and the Eagles have scored on their last 3 possessions. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And now lead the Giants by 17. And a look at the third quarter drives.
There it is.
Nick Sirianni said, we need to do whatever we have to do to score. Rodney McLeod came up with the interception. Rager with the big punt return. And it adds up to 17 third quarter points. Now Mike Glennon back onto the field for his second series after replacing Jake Fromm.
Yeah, and it was, frankly, just a matter of time. You're asking the defense to simply hold up for the whole game and give them nothing on the other side. I'm talking about the Giants defense, and you give them nothing offensively on the other side. That's tough. They're unfortunately going to break. And you've seen this third quarter, they give up a few big plays and they give up the touchdowns.
17-point game as Glennon hands it off. And again, the Eagles defense swarming. Barkley loses a yard on first down.
Yeah, at this point, what do you have to lose, Kenny? Start hucking the ball down the field. And yeah, it's only third quarter. You're down 3 scores. I guess you want to stay in your game plan if you're Joe Judge. I'd be pulling my hair out. If I'm a Giants fan, give me more than just run left, dive right. Try something.
We talked earlier about the aggressiveness that Freddie Kitchens has shown.
Yes.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 93. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Milton Williams.
There's Freddie Kitchens, and you mentioned it, that the offense was a little more aggressive, but you also have to take into account who you had at quarterback. He had, 5 days to get ready for? I mean, come on. How serious can we be about exploiting a very good Eagles defense when you have a first-time starter at the helm?
Second down and 5. Glennon's pass caught by Tony for Giants first down. You look back to Tuesday night, Eagles defense, and there's Daniel Jones. They faced Garrett Gilbert, last-minute starter for Washington on Tuesday night, and now Fromm today in his first NFL start.
And they've taken advantage of it, right? They didn't set up their schedule. They didn't say who gets hurt and who starts at quarterback. They just defend.
From the 38, Glennon's pass complete. Evan Engram knocked out of bounds after a gain of 2. We are under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It was a 3-3 game at the half. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles with a couple of short fields able to capitalize. Lead the Giants by 17. Second down and 8. Glennon fires, and that's off the hands of Darius Slayton.
Yeah, business decision.
Yes.
Oh, don't go talking trash now. That was definitely a business decision. Goes inside. Glennon throws it high, getting over the safety. Actually, nice touch on the football. And Darius Slayton, you see where his eyes are? Right at Marcus Epps. Yeah, Marcus Epps going to let him know. Yeah, that's right. You wanted no part of that. None.
Third down and 8. Lennon looking for Ingram. Giants will punt it away. Dixon out to punt for the 8th time. Giants under 100 yards of total offense.
It's been more of the same.
Rager is deep, had that 39-yard return earlier this quarter. Lets it bounce, scoops it up. Good coverage this time, down at the 25. 17 third quarter points, Jonathan, for the Eagles. It all started with this Rodney McLeod interception.
That's right, the pressure up front, got the interception, led to the Boston Scott touchdown. Jalen Rager making his presence felt. Nice big return, setting up a field goal. And then Jalen Hurts going deep to Quez Watkins, someone he's been wanting to get involved. And Devontae caps it off with that beautiful touchdown.
All Eagles here in the third quarter. Held to 3 points in the first half. 17 here in the third. And they're doing it without Miles Sanders. Out with a hand injury. Jordan Howard out to the 29, gain of 4.
Yeah, you're going to notice that the Eagles, they'll start, obviously they're going to run the ball. It's how they run the ball. They're going to start flexing guys out, put them in these kind of bunch situations, bunch formations to purposely get that extra safety out of the box. You get that extra safety out of the box, then you run the football. If he wants to stay in the box, then you can throw those bubble screens out to that third wide receiver.
Second down and 6. Off the fake to Howard. Pass caught by Watkins. Love the tackle down to Sarah.
And, you know, Jalen Hurts hosted Devontae Smith on his recruiting trip to Alabama. And Devontae told me that all they did on that recruiting trip was study film all night. Jalen says he remembers going out and actually throwing balls to him back then. He said it shows what type of player he is, that he's always had it in him. He's hungry. He's never satisfied. Although, Kenny, I'm not sure when Vilma made a recruiting trip to the U, he just stayed up and studied film all night.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, Sarah.
I'm laughing because my recruiting trip was way more fun than that.
You saved the film for the morning?
Before the next year, yes.
Third down and 3. Eagles convert. It's Goddard. Picks up the Philadelphia first down. Out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 16. As time winds down, half-minute remaining here in quarter number 3.
Was that even legal for them to start putting on cleats and going out and throwing the football? They might get Alabama in trouble. They better watch out.
Led to a Heisman Trophy for Devontae Smith.
So you're saying I should have watched film and I would have won a Heisman. Got it. Thanks, Kenny.
Eagles do not have to run a play. Third quarter comes to an end. Eagles looking to move up in the NFC playoff race. Staying alive, leading the Giants by 17. Santa Claus has come to town, so have the New York Giants. They took a 3-0 lead in the second quarter. All Eagles since.
Finally woke up. Took some smelling salts at halftime. Offense started making plays. Really, offense just started catching the football. Special teams started making plays. Defense has been outstanding since the first half and did more of that with Rodney McLeod interception.
Hurts throws, catch made at the, nope, now it's dropped. 35-yard line off the hit from Logan Ryan. Tyree Jackson thought he had it. And Hurts took a hit from Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence beats Nate Herbig. Hurts takes a big shot. That's why the ball went high. Dallas Goedert thought he had it, but Logan Ryan goes in, cleans it up. Nice clean tackle. Forces, Tyree Jackson, not Goddard, and Logan Ryan forces that pass breakup.
3-3 at the half, 17 Eagles points in the third quarter. Hurts underneath, it's Howard. Howard close to another Eagles first down.
Look at them, they're going quickly as well. Already back up to the line of scrimmage, keeping their foot on the gas pedal.
There's Hurts off the fake. And a flag at the end of the play.
Well, there you have it. You heard how the Giants feel.
Personal foul, grabbing the helmet opening. Defense number 20. A 15-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play. First down.
And that is a very good call. That makes sense. I thought they were going to go for unnecessary roughness because he started this half slide, but Julian Love definitely went around that helmet area. And he's looking, he doesn't agree with it, but we saw it in slow motion. Kenny, looked good to me.
So a new set of downs for the Eagles from the Giants, 21.
And right back in the red zone.
There's Howard. Howard gains 6 down to the 15. Jordan Howard, two-time 1,000-yard rusher with the Chicago Bears. Eagles lost Miles Sanders earlier due to the hand issue.
Yeah, and Howard has those heavy legs, man. He's a load. He's got a big lower body. Every time he's seen him when those Chicago days, running through those tackles, doing it now, he's really starting to wear down this Giants defense.
Second down and 4. It's Howard again. And Howard has another Philadelphia first down to the Giants 9.
Yeah, and you noticed the Eagles offense, they keep running to the right. That's Nate Herbig, Lane Johnson.
Jared Williams, number 34, in white, shaken up. So Williams will exit. He started the game for Adoree Jackson, who's on the COVID list.
Looks like Aaron Robinson's going to go in. But I love that the officials, very cognizant, right on top of it, making sure he's okay. No need to rush back to action. Make sure he's okay first, and then we play ball.
Williams in his second season out of Albany, where the Giants used to train. You had a look at Nick Sirianni. Spent much of this week following the win on Tuesday in a hotel room in quarantine.
Watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Along with Seinfeld and Friends.
I used to love that show. Fresh
and a lot of film as well.
Yeah. That's right. We should say he did work. We should say that.
Led Zoom meetings, watch practice via Zoom.
Yeah, you have the Eagles fans all ticked off. Sirianni doesn't work. He just watches TV all day.
In the first half, may have wished he was still in the hotel room, but his team has come out strong here in the second half with 20 consecutive points, 17 in the third quarter.
Yes, and we're watching Jordan Howard. He just jogged off. Looked like he's being very, very cautious with his right shoulder. You notice a left arm going back and forth as he walks, but he's holding that shoulder next to him. Doesn't want it to move. That'd be a big blow. 2 running backs out.
Off the fake to Boston Scott to the end zone. Touchdown, Lane Johnson. The right tackle.
Is he going to get up there, Kenny? Oh, he can't get up there.
Is that a link leap?
I don't know what that was. Oh, man, I love it. They're all having fun. Lane Johnson, he's just hiding out right there. Act like you're blocking, act like you're blocking. Oh, whip around. Eligible receiver. Oh, look at him. High step after he catches it. The Eagles are having fun. They're having fun now.
Wonder if Sirianni drew that one up in the hotel room.
He drew up everything but the link jump.
The link leap.
The link leap. Hey, who doesn't want to see an offensive lineman score a touchdown, try his best with his 18-inch vertical to get up? He can't get there, but the fans love him anyway. And I'm so happy for Lane Johnson because he gets the Santa hat, and we talked about way back, right? Phillies fans know this. He battled mental health issues, and because of that, he took time off. He comes back. He's been a part of the team. Everyone welcomed him back, and that was just an awesome moment for him and the Eagles fans.
Great point. 3-time Pro Bowler, first career reception, first career touchdown. Big second half for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you just wipe out that first half and you say Jalen Hurts. I can see why he's a Pro Bowl alternate, dropping dimes all over the place. By the way, this was in the pocket. It wasn't like he was just running out and then starting making up plays, drawing it in the dirt. Yes, sir, you get to yell and scream because you've had a whale of a second half, and I can see why Sirianni is so high on Jalen Hurts.
He's a Pro Bowl alternate. Couple of touchdown passes today. Eagles lead by 24. Mike Leonard and the Giants back to work. Catch made by Devontae Booker. Wrapped up by Steven Nelson. As Lane Johnson continues to celebrate the first touchdown of his 9-year National Football League career.
Only took him 9 years to get his first touchdown. He is so happy. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Remember how they welcomed him back? They were so excited for him when he came back. Stepped right in. As soon as he came back, all of a sudden that offensive line just got nasty. Just started running the ball 170, 200 yards. Kept going, and they loved running behind him.
He's only 2 touchdowns behind your career total now.
You know, you're just not a good guy. Why did you have to bring that up? Why? I don't have a chance. It's not a positive. I don't have a chance of scoring more touchdowns.
You're a defensive player.
He could come back and beat me. He could very well beat me. The way this offense is rolling, he could beat me.
We'll see. Movement prior to the snap.
All start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Andrew Thomas.
And there's Kelsey. Pro Bowler, man. That's what it's all about. Just as happy for him as when they rush for 235 yards, as they've done multiple times. Even Devontae Smith getting in on it. I think they're still laughing because he couldn't even get halfway up on that link leap.
He'll take it.
I'll take it. 18-inch vertical, he put it to work.
Lennon's pass picked off, and it's Alex Singleton who takes it all the way back into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Speaking of defensive scores,
I love that even more. I love that. Wow, how good. Here's Singleton, but McLeod is the reason that Singleton gets this touchdown. Pass breakup on Kadarius Toney. Singleton makes the best of it. But how good can this Philly team be when you're creating turnovers, you're getting them in bunches, you're rushing the football? And I get it, this is the Giants, this is not the Bucs or the Rams, but the point is they're executing the way they need to, particularly in this second half.
Singleton's second career touchdown. Eagles with 34 consecutive points.
It just showed you offensive line getting in on the action. Alex Singleton, the defense said, hey, we want a part of this too. Love it. Absolutely love it. They've been outstanding all game long. And now this looks like a team. Offense, defense, special teams. They're all complimenting each other. Hey, yeah, sure. Yeah. I caught that. No problem, coach. No big deal. Yeah, I ran in for a touchdown. It's all good. Yeah, put me on offense.
So who had back-to-back touchdowns for Lane Johnson and Alex Singleton in the pool today?
It was not in my pool.
Farrell Cooper on the return out to the 25. Next Sunday, race for the playoffs continues on Fox with a huge doubleheader. Full slate of games with playoff implications. And it all starts with America's #1 pregame show. Check local listings for the matchups in your area only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
That's a big one, Kenny. You're talking about seeding to be the 2 or 3 or the 1 seed. Cardinals have lost 2 in a row. They're looking to find their way back. These last 2 weeks, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
And then for the first time ever, Week 18 in the National Football League, Eli Penny takes the handoff from Glennon. Last 16 seasons in the NFC East, no repeat division winner.
Look at that. That just tells you the parity in this division. And it looks like the Cowboys on their way to win the division, but that'll be another season, and you really like that, right? If you're a fan, you honestly don't know. As we watch Howard walking off, hopefully it's just a stinger, but as a fan, your team has a chance every... Oh!
That pass nearly intercepted by T.J. Edwards.
He almost looked like a tight end catching that. I can't say receiver, he's too big. But then he showed why he's a defensive guy. He's got bricks for hands.
He wants a piece of the action after watching the touchdown scored by the offensive lineman and the linebacker.
Yeah, he just let the ball beat him up, though. Just boom, boom, boom.
Third down and 8. Glennon on third down is complete. On slant to Golladay for a Giants first down as we check in with Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Patriots trailing 26-14 against the Bills. Mac Jones hands it off to Damian Harris, who does the rest. Third touchdown of the day. Patriots down by 5.
All right, thanks, Carissa. We were up in Buffalo last week. I know you were impressed with the Bills.
Very impressed. What I enjoyed about the Bills, they knew exactly who they are, regardless of what the media is saying. They recognize where they have their deficiencies, and they improved on it. That's frankly what it is. All football is, right? You have some things you got to correct. They did that. And now you see them leading the Patriots right now, put themselves in a position to possibly win that division again, second year in a row. And that's the leader right there, Fletcher Cox. He's that dude. That's what we say. He is that dude.
6-time Pro Bowler. Leading the way for this Eagles defense. Glennon's pass is caught by David Sills. AFC playoff picture. 4 division leaders on the left. Colts, big victory last night. And the Bills, as Carissa mentioned, leading the Patriots.
I don't know who's the hotter team, right? The Colts? The Chiefs?
Chargers trailing the Texans by 12.
We didn't even mention the Titans. Lost Derrick Henry, who's still like top 5 rushing running back this year. Hasn't played in God knows how many games. And they're still doing it. Came back, they were down 10-0 against the Niners, roared back to win that game. Their defense stepped up, got some takeaways against Jimmy Garoppolo. I can't say it enough. These next 2 weeks, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Exciting races in both conferences.
Yes.
With the addition over the last couple of years of the 3rd wild card team and Week 18. You wonder which teams, after a 17th week, would have got to the postseason, but maybe knocked out in Week 18.
Well, that's going to be a good one. We got to get a stat for that. We have to.
Second down and 8. Glennon swings it out. Fonte Booker tackled at the 47-yard line by Zach McPherson, the rookie out of Texas Tech. If you joined us late, believe it or not, this was a 3-3 game at the half.
We are not lying to you. We swear it was 3-3. Start of the second half, start of the third quarter. Giants had the Eagles right where they wanted, and Eagles just exploded.
Picked by Rodney McLeod. Glennon lost the football, and this play is blown dead. Following the pressure by Derek Barnett.
Jake Fromm started the game. Wasn't what anybody was hoping for, particularly Joe Judge, Freddie Kitchens. Couldn't get the run game going. As you see Jake Fromm, and look, he'll have better days. He gets some more time on task. That's what he needs, right? He needs time on task. He didn't get that opportunity yet. You see his stats, not good.
His longest completion was 8 yards.
Yeah.
Giants' longest pass play has been 11 yards from Glennon to Golladay. This is Kadarius Toney. And he is cut down, and then a flag is thrown.
Oh.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 22. A 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
All right, so here's the initial tackle. Tony's going down.
There's Marcus Epps. He was the Eagle who was penalized.
I have definitely seen worse.
So the Giants with a 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Eli Penny. Under 6 minutes remaining. Eagles on their way to their 8th consecutive win over the Giants here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nick Sirianni was not sure if he would be able to coach today. The Eagles had a plan in place, but Sirianni is here on the sidelines. Penny to the Philadelphia 23.
And there's Glennon trying to hurry the offense up. You know, they get bailed out with a questionable penalty on 4th down. On the cusp of the red zone.
Glennon's pass broken up, nearly picked off. Chachere able to get a hand on it.
But Glennon is throwing into some tight windows. And these are the backups. So I'm looking at defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon and saying, great job coaching, right? The backups are playing tight coverage just as well as the starters were playing. It tells you everyone has the same communication, same message of how to play this defense.
4th down and 4. The Giants convert. Glennon to Evan Ingram for a Giants 1st down at the Eagles 14.
You see a couple of the starters going back in. Javon Hargrave. You had Jannard Avery. Jannard Avery to start this second half. If you were looking at a spark plug, it was him, man. He really got after it.
Went into the end zone. He was looking for Golladay.
Zach McPherson literally baited him into that throw, and this is why Glennon got pulled the first time. There's no reason, if you have the corner staring you down, there's no reason to try to go high over the top of him. He's playing you. If he had better hands, it would be another interception for Glennon. And I want to say good defense, but terrible catch. He dropped it.
The Eagles call timeout. 4:32 remaining. Jonathan, a huge day for the Eagles defense.
Oh, yeah. For as much as we're talking about the Eagles offense being lackluster and flat, you had the pick in the start the second half. You had the sacks, Milton Williams right there, and then, of course, cap it off with Alex Singleton getting a touchdown for the defense. They came to play today the whole time. And I don't care what you say about the Giants offense, and they don't have anybody, they're not good. The point is, they suffocated them. They did not let them get started at any point in this game.
Now it took the Eagles offense a half to get their feet under them.
Yes. And look, sometimes it's going to go that way, right? The Eagles offense bailed out bailed out the defense against Washington, started running the football, gained momentum. It's a team effort.
Following the timeout on second down. Pass incomplete. There is a flag.
Illegal shift. Offense number 28. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Joe Judge returning home. Attended Lansdale Catholic High School, 40 miles north of Lincoln Financial Field. He will turn 40 years of age this coming Friday. His Giants hung tough for a half.
Yeah, this was a tough homecoming.
Glennon underneath. Catch made by Golladay.
And, you know, we said it earlier, actually to start the game, Kenny, where we said the difference the last time they met was 4 turnovers by the Eagles, none by the Giants. Reverse that today, and you see the score.
Eagles +2. Glennon stays on his feet and now throws to the corner of the end zone. It deflects away from Kenny Golladay.
Yeah, that's going to be offsides.
Offside. Defense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Fletcher Cox getting some well-deserved rest. Wes Watkins, Jalen Hurts still talking about that long bomb. And there's Jackson. He's trying to get himself a sack. Get on the stat sheet.
Third down and 5. Glennon to the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Evan Engram.
Mike Glennon throws a nice pass right to Evan Engram.
Giants' first touchdown in the last 8 quarters. Extra point is good. So it's a 34-10 lead for the Philadelphia Eagles. Kenny Albert along with Jonathan Vilma, 3-3 at halftime. And then the McLeod interception led to a touchdown, big punt return, and the Eagles sailing away to a victory.
Right, and we're seeing how good the Eagles can be. Won 5 out of their last 7. It's been the run game. It's been playing good defense. Today, the offense struggled a little bit in the first half, and then the defense picked it up for them. So I like where the Eagles are headed right now, this backstretch of the season, possibly a playoff run. I mean, it gets no better than that when you have a really good run game. Quarterback is playing well. Defense is playing well.
There's Lane Johnson. He scored a touchdown earlier in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he solidified that offensive line. He came back. They put him right in as soon as he came back. And you've seen the production since he's been in there. And his running mate, Jason Kelsey, man, those are 2 good offensive linemen.
We welcome those of you who have just joined us following the Rams' 30-23 victory over the Vikings. Kenny Albert with Jonathan Vilma and Sarah Walsh. Nick Sirianni's Eagles leading the Giants 34-10. It was a 3-3 game at halftime. The Eagles have outscored the Giants 31-7 here in the second half. Couple of touchdown passes for Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts stepped up in the second half. Defense carried him through. And we're watching Joe Judge because he really had no options with Jake Fromm and Mike Glennon. And there's Jalen Hurts. He had himself. What he needed to do is exactly what Sirianni is asking of him. He needed to just make 3 or 4 big plays. That's it. Do not force the issue. He admittedly said he did that the first time they played, had 3 interceptions. And you see the outcome when he just plays within the system.
Giants set up for the onside kick. It's recovered by Devontae Smith of Philadelphia. .3 at the half. Rodney McLeod with the interception early in the third quarter. Boston Scott took it in for a touchdown, and then Jalen Reagor with a big punt return, 39 yards. That led to an Eagles field goal. Devontae Smith with a touchdown later in the third. And then Hurts to the right tackle. Lane Johnson, his first career reception, and a link leap. And then McLeod getting a hand on it. Alex Singleton brought it back all the way for the Eagles' 5th defensive score of the season. And now Gardner Minshew in at quarterback for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 17 of 29, 199 yards, and a couple of touchdown passes.
Second half, it was really, really good, Jalen Hurts. And, you know, if you take some of those drops in the first half, turn those into completions, that 17 out of 29 looks a lot better. But I like the way he's progressed. You know, it's interesting when Eagles fans talk about him and they say, well, he runs out of the pocket too much, etc. That is his MO. That is what he did at Oklahoma, what he did at Alabama. Like, that is who he is. So I appreciate a guy like Sirianni who says, look, we're okay with him running out of the pocket. We just need him a few times to make plays in the pocket.
Second down and 5. We head to Los Angeles for a game break. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Bills up 26-21. Looking to take control of the AFC East. Josh Allen finds Dawson Knox for this 2-yard score. Bills lead by 12.
All right, thanks, Carissa. So Buffalo looking to go to 9-6.
Fans need to remember that name, Dawson Knox. He's really starting to come on. You know, as these tight ends kind of, I shouldn't say rotate, but every few years you get the new big name. He's going to be one of them.
Third down and 2. Boston Scott picks up an Eagles first down. 3.5 to play. Giants call timeout.
Why?
Final timeout for New York. Trailing by 24.
Not understanding that, but okay.
Lane Johnson still talking about his touchdown. Remaining schedule for Philadelphia. They just defeated Washington here on Tuesday night. They'll head down to Landover, Maryland for a game next Sunday, and then we'll host the Dallas Cowboys Week 18.
And that one can go either way. Talking about Dallas, that can go either way. They could be resting guys, fighting for a 1 seed, who knows?
Dallas can clinch the NFC East with a victory tonight over Washington.
Right, then they start thinking about that 1 seed. Only the 1 seed gets a bye in the playoff format. And Sirianni, clearly he's not thinking about Dallas at all, thinking about Miles Sanders, how he's going to get him back healthy. Jordan Howard walked off, get this guy healthy, because that running game, if you don't have it, it's going to be tough sledding these next 2 weeks.
Second down and 7. Boston Scott to the Giants 30.
And there's Miles Sanders. Went out early. Something with his hand. Don't want to speculate. But hopefully he'll be back. As you see, it's wrapped up. That right hand. So hopefully he can get back and contribute, because I'm telling you, if he doesn't get hurt, it was actually the Vegas game. We called that game. If he doesn't get hurt that game, they were running the football on the Vegas Raiders back then. And I can only imagine how many yards he would have had, and possibly a touchdown at that point, right? At least one. Put him in the conversation of Pro Bowl alternate.
There's Scott. Stop short of a first down. We hit the 2-minute warning. Eagles flying here in Philadelphia. With a win today, Eagles go to 8-7. Vikings lost their game to the Rams. Minnesota drops to 7-8. Saints in action tomorrow night, hosting the Miami Dolphins. Giants eliminated with the loss today. On fourth down, Boston Scott. Wrapped up by Logan Ryan. And he did not get there, so the Giants will take over on downs. A minute 51 on the clock here in Philadelphia. 3-3 game at the half. Eagles scored the first 31 points of the second half. Mike Glennon came on in relief of Jake Fromm, who started the game for the Giants. Giants will finish out the season in Chicago next week, and then they will host Washington.
Here we go, 57 Mike.
Glennon on first down. The check down, taken out to the 36-yard line by the tight end Chris Myrick, Philadelphia native. Scored a touchdown in the last meeting. Giants win over the Eagles back in November. Second down and 4. Glennon to Eli Penny. Met by Alex Singleton. Great job by our entire crew here in Philadelphia today, led by producer Fran Morrison, director Brian Lilly, our associate director Caden Pfeiffer, broadcast associates Cody Novak and Sarah Shields, our technical director Jared Legrani, technical producer Sid Drexler. Thanks to Kevin McCluskey, Wynn Bernfeld, Steve Malone. Pass incomplete, intended for Myrick. Dave Corris crunching the numbers here in the booth, along with Mike Stevepak, Ben Boma. Under a minute remaining. Philadelphia Eagles will go to 8-7 on the season after a slow start. Giants played well defensively in the first half. Eagles exploded in the third quarter.
A slow start to the season, slow start to this game. It's just amazing how they were 2-5 at one point. I remember we were calling their games, and they were very, very comfortable where they were. Address some of the issues defensively and offensively. You see them running the ball more with Miles Sanders, not just the run-pass option. And no doubt, the biggest change, the biggest improvement was those big uglies, the offensive line. Pro Bowler Jason Kelce, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson. Look at the 130 yards rushing, but this is the most important one. Your eyes aren't lying to you. That is what really happened. Lane Johnson gets in for the touchdown, high-stepped his way after the catch, kind of fumbled the leap, but it's okay. It's okay. He got the touchdown.
He'll take it.
He'll take it.
Leonard's pass complete. Eli Penny. As time winds down here in Philadelphia. The turning point, the Rodney McLeod interception early in the third quarter with the score tied at 3.
This was a team on a mission in the second half. They woke up, recognized who they are, where they are, what point in the season they're in, and every phase of the game, they stepped it up in the second half.
So Nick Sirianni, their head coach, in quarantine during the week, returns to the sidelines, and his team is victorious, 34-10 over the New York Giants. The State Farm postgame is coming up next. Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Eagles win it 34-10. We will return to Philadelphia right after these messages.